I think you should say something cool when you cork pop it, like, what's poppin', everybody?
I'm not going to do that. Oh!
What's poppin', everybody?
Oh, no.
No? Okay, still not cool. I should have known. If you are joining us on Monday as this video is releasing, you might be thinking, I just saw a wheated bourbon flight on Friday. That is, if you follow the SLB Drinks channel. They did something similar to this. And the reason that I got excited is because I was watching their video and I said, I've got a couple of those bottles. In fact, one of them, I've been looking for a good excuse to open it. And so I reached out to Kurt. I texted him and I said, hey, would you mind if we just totally copied you?
Totally.
And graciously, he said, no, go for it, because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to Kurt and Trenton for giving us their blessing.
Yeah, and our lineup, I mean, basically the same, but could come out wildly different.
Right, it's pretty close. So I will say there's a couple of bottles that we have in common. So let's go ahead and introduce them, and let's get on with this tasting. It's a blind tasting, and I cannot wait, because these aren't bottles we get into very often.
Never.
Let's start with the sort of the elephant in the room, the one everybody knows. It's Weller Antique 107. This one just doesn't do well in blinds for me.
Me either.
I don't know why that is, but perhaps because these are all wheated bourbons, we will get to the bottom of that. Maybe it wins out today. We paid $50 for ours, and the current price in Oregon, if you can ever find it, is apparently $59. So hasn't honestly gone up that much. It's been years since we bought one of those. The next one has been on our shelf for a while. It's Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond Spring 2021 release.
Hey, we're not something, we're efficient, right?
Yeah, exactly. If we can be one thing. 8-year aged. This one we got for $85, which it's such a pretty bottle. And does the whiskey live up to that price tag? I don't know, but it's a great looking bottle. We haven't drank this one in probably 3 years.
Yeah, I think people do like it, but I would say higher than 50% of people buy it because it is a pretty bottle.
Yeah, historically, this one hasn't done that great in blinds for us either, so we're going to find out. The next one, Maker's Mark 101. This is one that we don't have in common with SLB Drinks. They had a much nicer bottle of Maker's Mark wheated bourbon, but we like this one because it surprises us from time to time. It's also the only Maker's we have on our shelf that is not toasted. We bought it at the distillery a couple years ago for $55, and now it's available in Oregon on the shelf for $39.95.
No
we are
way.
savvy deal hunters here at the Bourbon Van. And
Is
next,
it the same one? Like, basically?
I think it's the same one. Let us know, is the one that you can find on the shelf out and about the same as you can buy at the distillery? I think it's the same thing.
I'm going to pretend it's a special distillery-only edition.
Right. Yeah, okay, let's pretend it's special. Absolutely. Next up is Wyoming whiskey. This is kind of the oddball. This was definitely not on the shelf for SLB for that flight. This is National Parks number 3, 105 proof. We bought this in San Diego for $63. 105 proof puts it right in the middle with the rest of these bottles, and 5 years aged actually I think makes the youngest, even though a couple of these are non-age stated. And finally, the bottle I could not wait to open.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Red Wheated, aged 7 years bourbon from Highwire Distilling. Been looking for a good excuse to cork pop this one. At the distillery, we got a taste of it. When we were there selecting our single barrel, you ran over to the shelf where there were about 6 or 7 remaining and grabbed one to make sure that we were able to go home with one. And this is batch number 3, so there are some different batches of it. And we bought this one for $130. So this is the pricey one in the room, although Old Fitz generally sells well above MSRP, depending on where you get it. Antique 107 from Weller, the same situation. Some people will definitely pay a lot more for those. So the price is all over the place. The proof is pretty close. The age, we suspect, is pretty close. And now it's time to just get into this flight. I am very, very ready for this. I'm thirsty today.
It's because it was a special occasion and we don't do blinds all that often. Our neighbor came over, poured these for us, even measured them, which is much more than I usually do. I just eyeball it, Julie pour them.
Great job.
Did a great job. And I wore my most fancy t-shirt of Mavis.
Yeah, you know what? I said, Kurt's probably going to watch this thing. I'm going to wear a collared shirt.
Yes.
I'm going to show him I care.
I think so.
A big thanks again to Kurt and Trenton. I'm even going to take notes today.
I know, we don't do that very often.
Not always, no, but I
Just
want to
winging
get
it over here.
I want to get this one right. I'm very, very interested in this flight. I'm excited to get started on it. And let's get on to the noses.
Sure. Big cherry presence on this one.
Yeah, red fruit, certainly. Cherry, maybe strawberry even.
Bit astringent on the nose. There's a
Yeah.
little burn there.
Yeah, touch medicinal, I would say. It doesn't smell off-putting. but it's not all that inviting either, he said as he slammed it down. Glass number 2.
Ooh, I like this one.
Oh, that's unique. Like a dry wood.
Pretty earthy.
Fruity.
Yeah, there's like a mixed berries in there.
Between the oak, the earthiness, and the sweetness, I want to say the nose of this makes me think it's going to be very well balanced.
This one actually makes me want to sit with it for a lot longer. Like, I feel like you'll get more out of the nose on that one because it's a little bit complex.
Yeah. I want to sit in a leather armchair and enjoy that. This one's an oddball to me. Floral, almost potpourri.
Yeah, it's like a rose bouquet. A little bit leafy. You know, like when leaves get wet?
Yeah. It's just the sort of weirdness that I sort of expect from wheat in my bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's just the sort of weirdness that sometimes gets me very excited. There's a caramel that came through the longer I sat with that one too on the nose. Very nice.
And I was thinking a little of white sugar, which is not a note I usually get, but for whatever reason, it really
like
evokes
a table
like
sugar
a table sugar
sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's going to be people who say, you can't smell table sugar. I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you can. Maybe it's just the taste of it resonating in your head is what it smells like.
Well, if you can't smell it, you generally can't taste it.
Sure. Ooh, yum, butterscotch.
Wow. Bright red fruit that comes through as well. Smells like bourbon to me. This smells amazing.
I'm like all butterscotch, sugar, and oak.
I completely agree.
There's a
Beautiful.
little bit of peppermint, like deep down.
This,
I like that one.
I don't know what the mash bills are on all of these. So I don't know how similar they are. I know there will be people that say, oh, you should swap out this and bring this one in. We used the ones that we had on the shelf.
Yep.
That's how we came up with this plan. So I'm actually shocked that we had 5 wheated bourbons that fell so close together in proof and age, to be completely honest.
Ooh, this one's lovely. This is another fruity one.
You said white sugar on one of these, and I'm thinking white chocolate here.
Oh, nice.
That is really a unique note on the nose.
I got a little mint on this one, too. It's very oaky.
Agreed. Butterscotchy, smells very light, almost effervescent.
Yeah.
Almost a little leafy there, too.
Yeah.
Well, I
guess that makes sense, right? Weeders.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess it does. I don't know. We just don't drink a ton of these.
Right.
So this is going to be fun. I don't think that we've had any of these. The last time we had...
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, we haven't had any of these in months. So like probably 5 to 6 months. It feels like it's been that long since I had a sip of whiskey.
Sure.
Right. Well, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. The nose had some crushed up Smarties on this one. Ooh. Wow. The caramely oakiness on the finish, like on the back of the palate and the finish. Oh, lovely.
This strikes me as
I
something
like
that
one.
Trenton would like very much because it's a cherry Jolly Rancher. I know he's a candy guy. I think that he would enjoy that very much. I'm enjoying it very much. Wow. That's so much cherry.
And I didn't really get cherry. I was
Really?
getting all of like the
Double check that we got the
finish.
right glass going on
Yeah,
here. We do.
the finish, whatever. I think it overshadowed the initial. There's something so lovely about the
Yeah.
finish.
Man, it coats like crazy. The finish is lingering. There's a little mint here as well. Not overwhelming oak by any means here. Fruit sweetness, though. You said crushed up Smarties.
Yeah.
As you were bringing it up to your nose that time to take a sip. I completely buy that. It is candy sweet, this one. And the medicinal that I was getting on the nose didn't come through as an off-putting medicinal, almost like a really sweet cough drop. Like the ones when you were a kid, you were like, oh, my sore throat, just so you could walk around with a box
Oh,
full
like
of...
the Ludemans or whatever.
Ludens.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, I really like this. And the finish lasts way longer than I was expecting to.
Well, I think we should start drinking that one because that one's delicious.
Yeah, whatever it is, we're going to drink more of it now.
Yeah. My note is going to be delicious.
Yeah, I just wrote sweetness. Mm-hmm. That's the Walter Payton of whiskeys right there. Glass 2.
This was my earthy berries.
Yeah, it smelled like it's going to be a really nice ride. Let's find out.
Oh. Tastes grainy. This one is almost like farm to table for whiskey.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Yeah, the grain presence is huge here.
This one is different. So this one tastes different. Like this tastes like more what I would expect a weeder to taste like. There's no like trying to cover it up with like sweet flavors. Like we want wheat to be the forefront.
Yeah.
This is a grain forward.
Tobacco leaf.
Yeah.
Cherry again. Oh man, brown sugar showing up on the finish here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm surprised by the lingering flavors hanging around. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the finish actually I find the most interesting because I get a lot of those earthy flavors up front, but that tobacco note comes through really nice, almost like 10 seconds, 20 seconds later. Like it just lingers there.
Yeah, farm to tobacco rather than farm to table.
Maybe even a little coffee note on this one.
I would completely agree with that.
Oh, that one really, the coffee came through a lot on the palate on that one, like a cafe au lait, like with the...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Creamy.
Ooh.
I'm still on sip one, and it's still giving me these lingering, changing notes on the finish. Love the way that it coated my tongue. Feels great on my breath, to be completely honest. Makes me just want to walk around with this on my breath all day.
Yeah.
Hi, Grandma. How you doing?
I would love that.
Yeah.
This one could be a contender because it steps out of the box.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Well, and based on the nose, I expect several of these to do that. But
Yeah.
this one is something else. I'm going to have a second sip right now.
It was unexpected on this one.
Yeah, kind of blew me away. That tobacco note is so rich. There's a decadence to this one that I really enjoy. Bit of a Werther's candy there.
Yeah.
The way that it sits on the tongue and sort of coats the tongue kind of feels like eating a butterscotch candy too.
It is a little buttery.
Yeah, I love that texture. That's a special whiskey, whatever that is.
When I think wheat whiskey, I think, there'll be a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of graininess there. We're going all in on that.
Yeah, sometimes a wheat whiskey can be very earthy, almost dusty, farmy, old barnyard type of thing. This, I think, is the other direction. This is more decadent than most wheat bourbons that I've had. The decadent, rich sweetness that feels so great. The mouth feels incredible. That's a unique wheated bourbon. You're right. It presents all of the things you would expect, but it goes a step further and gives you something really special too. It's a great experience.
Well, this is super fun. I'm having a great time.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad.
This is my rose bouquet nose. Probably not my favorite.
It's unique, which I love about it, but I would say as far as like an inviting profile, I wouldn't put this very high.
I don't know what you're getting, but to me, it's just a ton of like star anise. So like black licorice, but in liquid form. I mean, it is predominantly like that kind of flavor.
Are you getting like a ton of that same sort of cherry cough drop down Main Street though? Because that's the prevailing thing for me. I definitely got that black licorice, black jelly bean sort of thing. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
But that's the spice, because this one's got a real nice spice balance to it. The cherry, though, is so interesting on both glasses 1 and 3. Kind of blown away by that.
That was not what I expected that
Yeah,
palate to taste like, so I'm a little bit thrown.
The floral notes have completely disappeared from the nose. None of that showed up on the palate for me.
No. And the nose still smells like a rose bouquet to me.
Yeah, that hasn't changed.
I really enjoy that flavor. Like, I love black jelly beans. Like, if you gave me a bag of jelly beans and I could only pick one flavor, I'd probably pick either the cherry or the black. Probably
and I'd
just
have
the black.
all the other ones. I thought that was going to be so barnyardy. It's not at all. Not really. The grain is non-existent there. It drinks very nicely, touch thinner, but lingers in the same nice, polite way. Very friendly whiskey, wants to shake your hand and tell you how handsome you look today. Checking my notes on glass number 4. I said about that one, butterscotch and oak smells like bourbon.
Yes, I feel like this one's going to be very sweet, very delicious.
Expected departure?
Yeah. I wonder if the complexity is going to be there. The first 3 were so interesting in their flavors. I wonder if there's going to be interest in this one.
That dry wood note is interesting to me. I'm ready for it.
It smells so good.
Well, that's a departure.
Yeah.
That is not at all like the other ones. The main difference that I will say right off the bat is that it doesn't stick around as long.
Right.
But what is there is a recognizable barrel char. And nice. I think the sort of a chocolatey note with that dry wood, which is interesting. Way less fruit presence on this.
It's all oak. That first initial sip, it is like lovely, wonderful, not, bitter oak or anything, but it's like really great, delicious, vanilla-y flavors oak. But then for me, it does go a little bit to the cough syrup note for the fruit instead of just like berries, like fresh berries.
And for me, this one seems to be traversing that sweet vanilla into extract vanilla territory. The butterscotch sort of turns toward caramel on the back of the palate. The oak char really is the unique thing on the back end of this one. It finishes just a touch bitter, which is not a problem at all, but it does seem to stamp out those flavors as it appears, and then that dissipates pretty quickly too. So what you're left with is really just a little bit of the char note, which is not the most pleasant place to end a sip, and it does sort of wipe away all those other sweeter flavors. So as much as I like so much of what this one brings to the table, the finish is definitely not my favorite. I want to say they've all had a vanilla presence. Bourbon tends to do that. We try not to say the same notes over and over again, but this fourth glass here is the first one that I felt obligated to say a lot of vanilla there.
Yeah. All right. Last glass.
Butterscotch, mint, and white chocolate. You think we're going to find that on the palate?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
This one has an earthy nose to it, too.
It smells great.
Ooh. Oh. That sip grew the longer you sat with it. It's a little subtle. Then a flavor punch. Then a flavor punch. Then a flavor punch. It was like a staircase. I'm like, oh, it's good. I like it. I like it more. Woo! I really like this one.
Yeah.
No notes.
Leafy, sweet. The best kind of leafy, though. Unique, tasty, easy sipper. This one is agreeable. I think that might be the best word for it.
To me, this one feels like an everybody whiskey.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of tobacco in there, so there adds a little bit of interest. There's not a ton of farmy quality to it, so people would really like that.
I do get a cherry finish here, a little bit of mint here, and that white chocolate does show up on the finish. That's such an odd tasting note. But you're right, very appealing.
Very appealing.
Yeah, who brought the yellow lab to the party? I mean, everybody wants to pet that dog, especially the introverts who don't feel like talking to people.
Yeah,
bring that dog around.
Yeah, but I think that's why this is actually going to be really difficult because there's categories of whiskey, right? Like, what will everyone enjoy? What has the most unique flavors? What is a palate pleaser? You know, I don't know. It'll be interesting on the way back.
A little bit grassier there on my second sip. Rolled it around on the sides of the tongue to find some spice. Again, sweet, balanced, lovely. I got to be honest. I expected at least one of these would stand out to me, and I would go, I don't know if I really like that today. Didn't happen. I like all 5 of these. I'm kind of shocked by that.
I am pleased because the 107, the Weller 107, very sought after.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Not always my favorite. It had like a bitter quality to it. I remember like just there was something about it that never hit my palate correctly.
I never liked the spice on that whiskey.
Yeah, and I don't see it here.
I don't know what any of these are. I will say, I feel like I can usually make out that maker's profile. Not today. I couldn't tell you where the high wire's at.
That you could be convinced, but not on the palate.
The Weller, I could not tell you where in the world that's at. These are all a mystery to me right now. And I love that. The old Fitzgerald, you would think a whiskey that rare, that impossible to find, you would think that whiskey is going to stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Not happening at all here. So we are going to have to go back the other way. We're going to A/B test. We are going to spend an hour and a half sipping these things, and we're not going to make you watch any of it. So stick around.
Or at least not all of it.
Not all of it. If we say something really, really interesting or really, really funny to us, we will share that with you. And if we don't, we'll be right back with our lists, and then we'll find out what these are.
I think we do our best work on the back end. The back way.
Well, there's probably a better way to say that.
Going the other way. In the back room.
Well, let's just say that after we've had a couple more sips, we're usually a little more funny. You ready?
I am ready, and I actually have notes on why I did what I did. I think you probably do as well.
Okay, yeah. But I don't always expect you to be so thorough, but I appreciate it.
I feel like some justification is needed in this lineup.
I don't know what these are, so I don't know if justification is warranted or necessary, or if anybody even cares. But let's find out. Okay, Instead of doing the push these things forward, just tell me what your list is and we'll put it on screen and we'll pop them up as we find out what they are.
Can I tell you why I chose them and
I
did
would
not?
love to hear any and all of the things that you have to say right now because this was such a fun flight. There's no reason to shortchange it.
Okay. So in my 5th place is the Patreon glass here, which is number 4. I had no notes, so it just came in last place.
The same order for me. Glass 4, I put it in 5th. I said, great palate, no finish.
Yeah.
To me, I really enjoyed that, but I need a finish. It has to bring something else of that lingering flavor profile. And these 3 of these had such great finishes that it was exposed. And I don't know what that is, but I feel a little bad because I really liked that palate. That's like a sit around on a camping weekend and enjoy it. I really did like it, but no finish.
Yeah, agree. I don't know why. Yeah. All right, so number 4 breaks my heart a little bit here, but I put glass number 3. So in my 4th place is the Super Good glass, which I said that I absolutely love this one.
Great flavor.
But it's one note.
Yeah, great one flavor.
Yeah, unless you like that black jelly bean, I'm going to generalize there, but that black jelly bean flavor, you're probably not going to be super stoked about it. I love that flavor and I love this drink, but because it's just one note, it doesn't deserve to be any higher.
In this flight, I put it in the exact same place. I wrote so simple. In this flight, you have to bring more to the table.
Yes.
And that was, you're right, it was pretty one note. It was cherry and black jelly beans. And again, really nice, pleasant flavor. But these other ones all brought something more to the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, we're on the same page.
I
thought we were going to be wildly different. So maybe we are simpatico after all.
Yeah, look at us. House palate. What do we got in 3rd place? What have you got here?
In 3rd place, this one was a tough one for me.
Okay.
My 2nd and 3rd could have swapped. But in 3rd place, I have what's in the ransom glass over here. So my glass number 5 is my 3rd place.
Same.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I'm
not going to show you. I will show you when we're done.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to wind up in the same place.
Right.
I will show you what I wrote down here so that you can see.
And I'm going to say that in my 2nd place, which will give away the first, but in my 2nd place is glass number 1. So I thought that 1 and 5 were very well suited.
They had a lot in common.
Like they had a ton in common. When it came down to it, the glass number 1 had more of an experience at the end. And if I could make a guess.
Okay.
I think that glass number 1 is the Weller 107 for multiple reasons.
Okay.
One, the very first time I sipped it, it was astringent. And that's the reason I don't like 107. And I always tell people, you got to get past the first few sips.
Yeah.
And by the end of this glass, I was like, man, those flavors really came through. They were more bold than glass number 5.
Yes.
And that astringency went down. And it was like more balanced and more beautiful. And so I'm going to say that this glass particularly is Weller. And it came in 2nd.
I didn't consider this at all, but I love your reasoning, and I think I agree. I put glass number 5 in 3rd place, just like you did.
Oh.
I wrote unique. That white chocolate note is unlike anything that I've found on a whiskey before. For that reason, it's not the most complex and satisfying, but it's quite good, and that note made it special. The white chocolate and mint thing on the finish, really nice. And glass number 1 for me, I wrote satisfying complexity because it is, I would say, the 2nd most complex of the bunch.
Yeah.
And it is super satisfying. I really enjoyed that. And I didn't think about it before, but you might be right. That Luden's cherry sort of medicinal thing, I don't know if that's a Buffalo Trace note, but that's what I was finding here, and I did enjoy that. So that'll be really interesting to find out. And that means that we both had glass number 2 in 1st place.
Yeah.
I literally wrote Head and Shoulders because it is that far ahead of everything else.
I thought number 2 was just really unique. Like, there was something about the flavor profile. Like, it's farmy. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you don't like a grainy whiskey that has like some farm to table or farm to whiskey notes or whatever, probably not the one.
It's an adventurous whiskey. It's got a funk, but in the best possible way. And it's got everything. It's got sweetness. It's got a little spice. It's got that farmyard thing. But it's also got some mainstream flavors that for people that really like to stay in a particular lane. Mm-hmm. It has everything that we were looking for. The finish lingers forever on that one, and it coats like crazy. Feels great on the tongue. It's everything that I was looking for today.
to me, the finish is where it's at. Like on this one, that first initial palate, that give or take, depending if you like
fair.
those flavors, right? Like I like them, so I'm all in.
But it won you over.
Yeah. And so you may not love them, but the finish is just that tobacco and like caramel and that oakiness.
Yeah.
And it lasts for minutes. Like it doesn't just stick around, it sticks around for a while.
I
and
did
I love
not.
that.
I took one sip of that on the way back. I took one sip of it while
Yeah.
A/B testing, and it was enough. And that's just a superior whiskey. It's great. Okay, I don't know in the editing if I have been adding these to the bottom of the screen or if I'm going to do it while we announce what they are, because it's not our first time doing this, but every time feels like the first time because we're not great at it, which means it's now time to turn the page and find out in your notebook.
Yeah.
We're both the same order for both of us. What do we got here? What's going on? What's in fifth?
Also, first, can we say like
Oh yeah, little high five.
same team?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Right? No, we're doing great.
Could never have happened 5 years ago.
I'm really impressed by us.
Me too. Okay, I'll rip through these. You guys already know. Oh man, can't catch a break on this one. The Old Fitz Bottled and Bond 8-year. Does not.
That was in the Patreon 2022 glass?
Yeah, it does not do well in blinds for us.
Oh man.
A basic B on that one.
I usually get a lot of nuttiness from that bottle, and I didn't get it until you said what was in there, and there is a touch of nuttiness. Well, shoot, great flavor, no finish, harsh for an $85 whiskey.
Which, I mean, I guess now seeing the answer, I'm like, I'm not surprised.
At least it's a pretty face. That bottle's cute.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go into fourth place. Glass number 3 was the Super Good Glass. What do we got here?
Wyoming Whiskey National Parks 5-year.
That was in the Super Good Glass.
That wasn't the Super Good Glass.
Okay, interesting. Well, we did say that one was simple but lovely, and I still stand by it. I think that's a great little whiskey.
I do too, and I love Wyoming whiskey. We can't get it here,
No.
so every time we travel, we pick up a bottle, and I'm never disappointed. And I wasn't disappointed in this either.
No, every time we go through Wyoming, we grab a bottle that says Wyoming only.
Yeah.
And we have never been disappointed. They're always great.
Yep.
Third place is glass number 5, the Ransom Spirits glass.
Oh, that's Makers 101. Makers,
Oh.
one of the earliest loves of my life.
So interesting. The leafiness, the white chocolate, the mint. This is a very unique whiskey, this Makers 101. Again, I don't know if that's the distillery only release or if it's something that that everybody can get. But quite good, and it deserved the midpoint of this flight.
Yes, I agree.
think.
Yeah.
All right.
Which means,
Okay, we're down to Weller and Highwire.
yep.
Okay, glass number 1, Do Not Disturb.
I'd like to say that I was right on this one.
Were you really?
Glass number 1, the Do Not Disturb glass, is the Weller 107. And it wasn't until the very last A/B testing where I kind of put all the pieces together
Look
that I
at you.
thought, I think this has to be the Weller. Not that it made a difference in my lineup.
You guys
but
impressed?
Yeah.
Say it in the comments. Well, I almost hate to say it, but that means that the most expensive bottle, kind of by far, the
Yeah.
$130 Highwire Distilling 7 years aged wheated bourbon now takes first place, and I have to be honest, after we tried it at the distillery, I'm not super surprised by that. Kat is about to crash the party, and that means it's time to shut it down. Well, thank you so much for joining us. As we wrap up, I just want to say a huge thank you to Kurt and Trenton from SLB. Great idea. I'm so glad that we did this. I didn't know how much I enjoyed all of these whiskeys, so that is all to you. Thanks for the inspiration from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. That cafe au lait latte taste, does it for me. It's delicious. Want more Bourbon Van? Join us on Patreon for as little as $3 a month and get access to exclusive videos and live streams, music and whiskey pairings, and guaranteed opportunities to purchase our single barrel whiskey selections, plus obligatory Mavis photos with nearly every post.